In every generation, God calls His church, not only to proclaim the gospel, but to demonstrate it in the quiet struggles of everyday life, in the aftermath of disaster, in the unmet needs of communities. The call to serve becomes unmistakably clear.
I am Sheldon Schooler, East Jamaica Conference Coordinator for ADRA. ADRA means Adventist Development and Relief Agency.
Founded in November 1956 as the Seventh-day Adventist Welfare Service, by 1958, relief efforts had already reached 22 countries, distributing nearly $500,000 in aid. By 1962, that number had expanded significantly, impacting 29 countries with over $2.3 million in assistance. In 1984, the agency adopted the name ADRA, and its mission expanded beyond relief into sustainable development. Today, ADRA operates in more than 120 countries with over 5,000 staff and volunteers, serving millions each year. In Jamaica, ADRA began its work in 1983, extending its humanitarian mission through the network of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. Since then, ADRA Jamaica has been actively engaged in disaster relief, community development, and social support programs across the island. Rooted in Christian values, ADRA operates on the principles of justice, compassion, and love. Its mission is to assess needs in harmony with governments, communities, and other agencies, creating environments where service is effective, support is meaningful, and development is sustainable. Through its 4 core areas: health, education, livelihood support, and emergency response, ADRA meets both immediate needs and long-term challenges. During the first quarter of 2024, the East Jamaica Conference was assigned an ADRA coordinator, serving as a vital link between ADRA Jamaica, the church, and the communities it serves. The role ensures that the mission, vision, and projects of ADRA are communicated effectively and that service opportunities are still actively pursued.
So working alongside Pastor Schooler, he kept me and my 2 little daughters, Isabel and Jada, very busy on weekends and happy and feeling purposeful somewhat. And everything was every single weekend. And then Christmas was coming up. And even though we do not celebrate Christmas holiday, we thought, we're going to be home with our families. Most persons were tired at that time. And for sure, all the labors of love, they wanted to spend time with their families. I thought, how could we impact or make those persons who are less fortunate feel, have a little Christmas? My kids, I couldn't ask them to give up Christmas too, having given up all their weekends and their toys as well, or some of them. So I spoke with Pastor Schooler, and we thought of not just donating. So we found a community, a very rural community in the St. Elizabeth region. It's Thornton, and we actually worked alongside the church to make this reality come true. So East Jamaica Conference with ADRA teamed up to have this Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. We were all thinking to do it before Christmas, and I said, but Christmas, the kids will be disappointed. I couldn't bear it. So we thought, let's have it on Christmas Day. The only way we could do it is by getting the help of the community, the church. So we sent the sponsorship, all the funds to feed 300 persons resident of the Thornton community. And we got pictures, and they sent their gratitude, and we saw the laughter, the happiness on their faces. It was the best Christmas gift my children and I could feel and could have had.
In 2025, Mission First became more than a slogan. It became a lived reality. Through ADRA Jamaica, 2 grants were secured, totaling $370,000 at Lawrence Tavern, $220,000 supported the repair of a home in the Mount Ogle area, providing not just materials, but dignity. In the Padmore district, $150,000 was used to support a family of 4, rebuilding their home, restoring their environment, and renewing their hope. They received furniture, household items, and groceries. But beyond the physical, something deeper happened. 3 young girls are now members of the church.
Walker System. A big thank you, Pastor Schooler, to you and your team, Adra, from the Walker family. We appreciate your help from rebuilding our house. We appreciate your gift and hope you will send more next time. Thank you very much, Adra.
Through ADRA, we were very much well supported. We rehabilitate a house for a family of 4, which was so elated that they are now a part of the Adventist family. All 3 of the girls were baptized and presently coming to church almost every Sabbath. The father, we're still working on him, but thanks be to God, he has given me the opportunity of being a big mom or a big sister, where they would come to my house and fellowship, the homework program, and they would collect their care packages and all the goodies that Adventists would bestow onto them.
At the end of the first quarter of 2025, a movement was born. Yes with ADRA, Youth Equipped for Service, a call to the next generation to rise, to serve, and to lead. Youth leaders from across Jamaica gathered, ready to make a difference. Collaboration expanded the mission. With partners such as ODPEM, CVSS, and the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, ADRA strengthened its ability to respond and serve effectively. On June 22, 2025, the Disaster Ready Church Training Workshop was held. 15 representatives from East Jamaica Conference participated, the highest number among all conferences, equipped to transform their churches into centers of preparedness and response. On October 28, 2025, Hurricane Melissa made landfall, leaving devastation across western Jamaica. Communities were disrupted, homes were damaged, lives were shaken. But the church responded. Mission to the West was born out of compassion, urgency, and commitment. Over 1,000 hot meals were served within the first week, with nearly 200 meals prepared in single dispatches. Care packages, water, clothing, tarpaulins, and supplies reached those most affected. From across Jamaica, individuals, churches, and organizations responded. Donations poured in: food, clothing, toiletries, and essential supplies, all collected at the East Jamaica Conference headquarters.
I appreciate you guys all you've been doing for me. I've been praying for so long, and God has sent you to help me. I appreciate everything we've been doing so far. Thanks for being here as my brothers, my church family, from the East. It's great. I appreciate everything we do, guys, for me.
For the first time, a conference-wide ADRA Day was held. Among those in attendance was the Honorable Pernell Charles Jr., Minister in the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
I am particularly happy to see the collaboration between the Eastern Conference and ADRA as we work together to advance the work of the Almighty.
The church gathered to celebrate service and deepen spirituality. Audio Bibles were distributed, lives were touched, and faith was renewed.
Special day, you know, and this special theme that we have, serving with selfless compassion, and that's what ADRA is all about. Our purpose is to serve humanity so all may live as God intended.
Preaching alone is not enough. Practical work will have far more effect than mere sermonizing. As we look to 2026 and beyond, the call remains. More ambassadors, more volunteers, more lives changed. The youth said yes, and together we will make an ineffaceable mark with ADRA Jamaica.
ADRA, Adventist Development and Relief Agency, would like to say thank you to Kingston, St. Andrew and St. Thomas, and those from other parishes that contributed, and more so for those who reached out from overseas with your prayers, your donations, you shipping items to us. Jamaica would have been on the speedy road to recovery because you supported ADRA. God bless you, and thank you for all that you have done and continue to do. Thank you to my family who continues to support us all. East Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, ADRA salutes you. God bless you.